So it's Larry the Barberman here with Garry Spencer the founder of the British Barber Bash. Maybe, Garry, you could tell me exactly where, or tell the viewers at home exactly where we are now.
Cool. This is a place called the Royal Clifton Hotel in sunny Southport. We started here last April with a show with Danny Robinson, Alan Beak, Rob and Dan Ricks and Sid Satong. We didn't know how it was going to go. I came up with the idea while I was in Spain walking around the pool, but do the Barber Bash. And we didn't know whether we'd sell 60 tickets or 100 tickets. So we started in, it went really well, and now we are selling sort of 400 or 500 tickets to our events.
So yeah, no, I was actually at the first event, and yeah, I was very impressed by what you've done. And the second one was, explain where the second one, that was in Scotland, where you had 250 people, is that right? Yeah,
the whole idea, or one of the concepts of Barber Bash, is to take it around where people can't always get to the big shows. So people in Scotland have been starved of sort of motivation, inspiration, whatever you want to call it. So we went up to Scotland, we met up with the great guy Davey the Barber and the guys at Rebel, and I found this cool venue called Drygate. It's a microbrewery, which helps, and it just lent itself really well. And again, we didn't know whether we'd sell enough tickets, so I think we had 270 paying visitors there, but we could have sold 400. So we're going back again on June the 5th to a really cool venue called the Fruit Market, and again, that'll be more like 500 people at that one. But the people love it up there. You know, they're really grateful the fact that we're going up there and putting on something for them.
And then your last one that you did, big one, was in Liverpool, and then you times that by 3, didn't you, Neil?
Liverpool, we had, off the top of my head, I think we had 550 so people there. We had more exhibitors, although our aim is never to have too many exhibitors. We don't want to try and emulate what other shows do, because they do a great job. Like Barber Connect's a fantastic event, as are many other events, but there's no point in me doing the same thing as them, otherwise we'll just get compared. So our idea is really to focus on what happens on the stage. Again, with Camp and Furnace, it's just a cool venue. And again, what we want, when people go to the event, we want them, as soon as they walk in the room, to go, this is cool. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because a lot of it's about the vibe and the energy about it. It's not just about watching or learning a haircut. It's about the fun element, and you do as much talking in the car on your way there and the car on the way back, and you know, that's a massive part of these events.
Okay. So we know that you started the British Barber Bash here in your hometown of Southport at this hotel. Yeah. I'm really keen to find out where you actually started with here.
With her?
From the very beginning, because you were
from me.
A barber.
Yeah. I started in 1986 on one of the first YTS programs, 27 quid a week I think I was getting paid, and I loved it. Loved it straight away, loved it. It was my hobby. I used to go to every hair show, and eventually what that meant, I ended up working in America, worked in New York, worked with a big company called Sebastian over there for some time, and then I came back to run a salon in Preston and a barber shop, and I actually worked in a barber shop for about 3 years, funnily enough. But we had a shop in Preston. We were sponsored by a company called Paul Mitchell. So that got me doing show work. I used to do a lot of shows. I won quite a lot of prestigious competitions. Some cracking pictures of me back in the day. And I opened my first shop about 24 years ago, and ended up with 5 shops around Liverpool, Southport, Preston. Loved it, really enjoyed it. I always tried to be at the cutting edge, excuse the pun, you know, be at the forefront. Really enjoyed it, but then when the recession hit about 4 or 5 years ago, just started to enjoy it a little less. So I've scaled the salons down now. I just have the one, which I do go into every day. Still love doing the education, still really get a buzz. I still go to Salon International and get a buzz out of going. But I think what I'm trying to do, I suppose, a bit with Barber Bash is transfer that sort of stuff I did in hairdressing and really bring it into the barbering element, in that, you know, give people more and more stuff where they can get motivated, and also bringing them together, because again, the community aspect of my time in hairdressing has been great. You know, I've met people all over the world, all over Britain, and I think it's a real key thing with barbering now is getting people all talking together. You know, you get a load of people in Glasgow from all different shops, or Dundee or Aberdeen, bringing them together, and the connection and the energy is brilliant.
So do you consider yourself actually as a barber, or just educating and bringing barbers together?
My job now is an event coordinator, basically. I've cut hair for 30 years, and I've always had a very strong male clientele. And I've cut hair to quite a high standard. I've worked at sassoons and salubrious places like that. But my job has now changed. I've gone from being a salon manager and owner, and now my focus really is on the events. I enjoy bringing people together. I've always been a very good organiser of people. And for some reason, people think I have a lot of energy. I don't know why that is, but I like giving the energy out. Do you know what I mean? I like getting people together. And to be honest, without sounding, when you enjoy doing something, it's never really that hard. Do you know what I mean?
Making your vocation your vacation.
That's the one. That's it. Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about your process of promoting, because I'm always quite impressed about how you kind of set yourself a room and you fill that room. I mean, that's very, very impressive. Bearing in mind, you're a bit like myself. You've kind of come from nowhere.
Yeah.
In terms of setting
that's right.
exhibition.
That's right.
Talk me through your promotion, because it's
promotion is absolute key. What people don't understand with the Barber Bash, there's probably 5 people work for the Barber Bash. My wife, who's an ex-bank manager, deals with all the mail, the emails and stuff. But my very close friend Mark Shirley does all the photographs and all the video. That is a very key element, especially in today's society where we're Instagram, we're Facebook, and the social media is absolute key. My other close mate is a guy called Craig Rice, and he is the best designer of artwork, in my opinion, out there. So we've got Mark doing great photos and video. We've got Craig. We've got Nikki doing the adding up and counting the money. And then we've got Danielle, and there are actually a couple of other girls work for us who do a lot of the social media on a daily basis. So Danielle Jones does a fantastic job. So there's actually 5 people working with the Barber Bash. So we probably do about the equivalent of 2 full people's work a day on it. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of time goes into it. But social media has been the phenomenon really that we've used to grow it as much.
Okay. And what do you see the ultimate goal being the Great British Barber Bash? I mean, what you've achieved so far is amazing, but what I know, just looking at you, that you've got a big picture and a goal and a number and so in your mind.
I'm not bothered about it going to big thing. I don't want to lose its character. The character is key. Cool venues, got to be cool, got to be constantly evolving, like any fashion industry. You can't go and watch a fashion house put on a fashion show that they did the year before. And that's where barbering's got to be. Barbering's got to evolve steadily, regularly, year on year. For me, I'd like to be in a situation where we're doing maybe 4 shows, possibly 5 a year. Still taking them around to the people. We're in Belfast soon, which I'm so looking forward to. The talent in over there is fantastic. We're in Scotland again. We've got such great friends there now. We've got people like Davey the Barber, Eric Begg at Slicks, Colin at Hardgrind, so many cool people who've just been waiting for an opportunity. So maybe 5 shows. We would like to take to America. I'd love to do a couple of the American shows, take the guys over there. We've got an offer to do something in Dubai very soon that we're going to go for. But apart from that, who knows? We'll see what happens.
Is there going to be such a thing as a 2-day event, kind of like really bringing barbers together?
Possibly not, because they probably drink the bar dry. The idea, I feel, is keep it short, keep it sweet. I want people to think they've got value for money out of the ticket, so the ticket price of £25 is going to stay as long as possible, because again, that was one of our initial concept was, we want it to be affordable. I want a young lad who's on a training scheme, or whatever they call it now, I want him to be able to afford to go if he wants to go. So we'll keep the price as it is. As far as going to 2 days, possibly not, but I think it will work for Barber Connect. I think Barber Connect is much more of an expo with lots and lots of stands, which is fantastic. I love going, but ours is a bit of a high energy, 5 hours, bang, and then you're knackered for 2 days.
Okay. What would you say to maybe a young guy who feels like he's an up-and-coming talent that wanted to be part of the Great British Barber Bash? How could he go about being part of that if he had an exceptional skill and you feel that he could benefit your audience?
Well, that's a great question. I'm really glad you asked me that, because I do get asked probably 3 or 4 times a week, and I do have a personal thing. I will respond to everybody. It may take me a day or 2, but I just remember when I was in that position, when I was 18 and 19, and I was going to see people like Anthony Mascolo from Tony and Guy, who I met the other week, by the way, and it was people giving me time. You know, time is so important to give to people. So if anybody is out there and anybody does want to get involved, just drop me an email. I might take a while to get back to you, but I will do. My advice will be work hard, because the harder you work, the luckier you get. Keep it everything quality. When you're putting stuff out there like pictures, if you've got 5 okay pictures, put the one very good one out there. Yeah, don't put anything on that's going to dilute what you're doing. And just keep working at it, you know, keep working, keep going to workshops, keep going to education. And I'm 47 in January, and I mean, I'm still getting buzzed up about it. You need to be getting that energy when you're 20, 21, yeah?
And the first Barber Bash, there was a competition. I recently interviewed Tarek, who was your first ever competition.
Yeah, great guy.
Are you going to be doing more of these competitions? Because I think that really did take off, and there's quite a demand. Because in England, we don't quite have the barber battles.
The competition takes a lot of energy to do. You wouldn't believe, I think for the last competition, I think we had something in the region of 260 entrants. So every morning you're up and you're putting those on Instagram. I was very happy. We've got some brilliant talent. Tariq is awesome. I'm going to hopefully have Tariq working with us in Glasgow. I really think he's a great guy, such a humble, lovely lad. Moving forward, I'd like to refine the competition, probably make it maybe a couple of categories in there so we can sort of bring it a little bit more specialised. But again, what we did with the competition, we kept it really inexpensive to enter. We kept it £10. So again, going back to sort of trying to get everybody included, trying to involve everybody. We even had a guy who phoned me and said, I didn't realise that to pay and I've got no money. We let him enter for nothing. Don't do that every time. But we want people to all have a chance, all have a go. Do you know what I mean? And look what's happened with Tariq. Tariq's gone on, he's working for the Feds, who I respect so much. Adam Sloan, brilliant guy. He's done Barber Connect with us. He did the Barber Bash with us as well. He's working on stage at Sal International. So good things have happened. Our other key guy we've had is Joe Cartmel, who's also gone on and won, I think, probably 4 or 5 competitions this year. He's got a brilliant setup with, I think he's got 3 barbershops now in the Preston area. And again, it's good seeing that bit of success come to people who are grafting for it, you know?
We've become like a Southport Simon Cowell. You've kind of like catapulted.
I don't just like it, I love it. Yeah.
And talking about barber battles, because these barber battles are really, really big things in America.
Yeah.
However, I feel that British organisers have not been daring enough to put on a barber battle. Tell me your thoughts on barber battle, and maybe would that be something?
I think now you've said it, I'm going to do it. I think I've got to do it now, haven't I? I think we need to be constantly evolving, doing different things. So the concept of it, I think, is, you know, it's got to be different on it. So maybe that's the way we should be looking at going. I do find that the only problem I have with my competition is there's that much quality stuff, and I almost feel sorry for, there's probably 40 pictures that are all almost worthy of being in that top 3 or 4, and that was the only regret I had, that we couldn't have more people involved. So yeah, Bar Battle is something I'm really looking into the format of that, and it is something like, I've got another couple of little tricks up our sleeve as well for next year, which are very new ideas, which Mark and I and Alan Beak have been discussing. So there's quite a few new things going to happen next year, but Bar Battle's probably something we'll look at.
No, because everyone that's in the industry in America says that they attract large crowds of people, but they said the only problem with them, there is no organisation or structure. So I feel if you could bring organisation and structure to the UK, it would be something.
Well,
so I'm speaking on behalf of
that
want to.
Yeah, I must admit it's been mentioned to me by several people. A lady in Scotland, Nicola Coyer, was discussing it with me recently. We've got a brilliant venue for something that's coming up in February. We've got Scorum doing a show with Rusell in Manchester that we're putting on with them. And that venue would lend itself brilliantly to a bar battle. And I've actually been speaking to them today on the phone, and we look like we're probably securing that for the first weekend in September for a big, that's going to be on Northwest, the big Northwest show next year.
Okay, so we're going to make a public declaration as of today, witnessed by Larry the Barber Man.
Yeah, Barber Battle is highly likely.
Good, glad to hear.
Cool.
Gary, thank you very much for your time. And
It's been a pleasure.
A little bit about what you actually do.
Cool.
I'm sure the viewers will find this information valuable.
Thank you.
And I look forward to working with you again soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.